It's the third annual Fannie Awards. And now, here's your host, Andrew Fantasia.
There are days in history that will be long remembered until the end of time. The day the Second World War ended, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and now, today, the final day of the Fannie Awards. I can't wait for children of the future to crack open their history textbooks and see what happened right here, right now. And lucky you all get to experience the revelation, the earth-shaking shock of my number one best film of 2017 first hand before anybody... Who am I kidding? It's Star Wars. We know. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be very real with you. Am I biased for putting such a divisive movie so high on my list? Of course I am. I'm not going to deny it. I am biased with a capital B. But the sad truth is, every awards show is biased. And if you don't believe me, take a look at how many times the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has given Oscars to Clint Eastwood just because he's Clint Eastwood. Seriously, that guy could blow his nose and the Academy would give the tissue he used an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, but I'm rambling now. Star Wars is obviously something I've been obsessed with for a long time. I'm in a YouTube show about it, for God's sake. I'll admit, it would be very hard for a Star Wars film to disappoint me, and I definitely give them more leeway than I would any other franchise. I'm going to be the first to admit that. Since we're getting a new entry in this saga every year for the foreseeable future, I'm a bit worried here because I really don't want every Fannie Award from now until the end of time to end with a Star Wars flick at number one. I don't want that. That would be boring, right? It would be very boring. While I was compiling this list, I tried very hard to put The Last Jedi lower. I wanted to avoid being just another predictable Star Wars nut. But in the end, that was the problem. I wasn't trying to lower it because of any genuine thoughts or feelings that it gave me. I was only trying to lower it because I was afraid people wouldn't want to see it as my number one, and that goes against everything the Fannies stands for. So yes, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, was my favorite film of the year. It brought back my childhood hero and made him even cooler and more human than he's ever been before. It expanded the mythos and canon of what is already the most hyper-detailed fictional universe ever created. It turned the classic Star Wars formula on its head and changed the rules, giving future installments the much-needed advantage of unpredictability. And guess what? It's flawed. Every Star Wars movie is. Every movie that won a Fannie this year is too. They're all flawed. They've all got a little something that we wish we could tweak or alter. Pieces we like more than others. Pieces we wish were filmed differently or acted better or left on the cutting room floor entirely. In the case of The Last Jedi, the good stuff tipped the scales in its favor. The ending, and what it meant for the franchise as a whole, had such a profound effect on me that it kept me up all night after I first saw it. This film might be a middle chapter, but to me, it seemed like a send-off, like a finale, a closing of the curtain to everything that has come before, and an opening of a pathway to an unknown future, hopefully full of surprises. And whether you think it's great or whether you think it's terrible, you're right. That's the beauty of art being a subjective medium. This movie, this top 10 list, hell, this whole awards show is a celebration of the fact that every work of art, be it teenagers in power suits, or long-haired Europeans on fake rooftops, or spaceships shooting big dumb lasers at other spaceships, can be absolutely beautiful from a certain point of view. So yes, my friends, like it or hate it, that is my top 10 list of 2017. And I am already looking forward to the future to see what 2018 has in store. But the Fannie Awards are now drawing to a close. And I want to thank each and every one of you who watched this because you're the ones I'm making it for. I'm not just talking to a blank wall here. I had a lot of fun doing this awards show. And I hope you, in turn, had a lot of fun watching it. Next year, I only hope that it can be bigger, better, sexier, and maybe even add 1 or 2 new awards to the mix, because who doesn't love more awards? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 2017 Fannie Awards! Woo! Yeah! Seriously, thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the movies that didn't win, because you know what? You made a movie, person who made those movies. That's not easy to do, so good on you. Thank you so much for watching the Fannies. Keep loving movies, keep loving art, keep loving each other, keep loving me. Be sure to click those like and subscribe buttons. Help me out. Get this channel where it needs to be. We've got a whole other year now of fresh new movies ahead of us to look forward to. Let's all take a look at those together. And come next year, I'll see you right back here on the red carpet. Until then, this has been the 3rd Annual Fannie Awards. I have been Andrew Fantasia, and you have been wonderful. Good night, everybody.